I've always had feelings for you, Teresa, ever since you came to work for my mother. I've never met anyone like you before. You're so full of life and so unafraid to dream. You've made such a difference in my life.
You have in mine. And I know it won't be easy to find a way to let Gwen down, but we will. We'll go talk to her together. And I know that she'll be hurt and upset and angry. Well, I know I would be if you had chosen her instead of me.
Look, Teresa, I
would be devastated, Ethan.
No, you don't understand.
I do understand. You love me, and we're gonna be together.
Teresa, I'm sorry. I think you're a wonderful person. I do have very strong feelings toward you. But as a friend, Gwen is the woman I'm going to marry. The last thing I wanted to do was to hurt you. You're a great girl. And I know someday you'll make a lucky man a wonderful wife.
But you're the one I love, Ethan. Only you.
No, Teresa.
Yes, it's you.
That's just what you think.
No, it's what I know. In my heart and in my soul.
Teresa, we've grown very close this past year. We've spent a lot of time together. We've developed a very close friendship.
But it's more
But
than
I
that.
just think if you thought about it, then you'd see that you feel the same way about me too. As a friendship, not love.
No, Ethan.
And I just think that you're still trying to get over losing the man you really love. Chuck.
Chuck.
And I know it was rough when he broke up with you. I mean, we talked about it all the time. When you opened up to me, you told me how much you loved him and that you wanted to be together with him.
But Ethan,
And even when I kissed you, it was only because I was comforting you because you were crying about Chuck. I'm sorry that I confused you. I take full responsibility for that.
But I'm not confused.
How could you not be, given all the mixed messages?
But it's you, Ethan. You're the one I love.
You just think you do. And you're such an innocent. And I know that you believe that what you're feeling for me is love. And I know that you'd never lie to me. I know this. You don't have a deceitful bone in your body. But it's not love. Your feelings are just confused right now. I mean, how could you love me? You haven't even known me that long. Not as long as you've known Chuck. And you told me before that you loved Chuck deeply for years. But I think this love you have for me is only a few weeks old. And that's why I think that all this is just normal feelings you have coming off a breakup. It's the rebound.
You don't understand, Ethan. There is no rebound.
No, Teresita, don't do it.
You have to listen to me, Ethan. I need to tell you the truth. I have to explain to you about Chuck.
No, Teresa, don't tell him.
The truth is...
Excuse me. Hello? Oh, hi. It's Gwen. I better take this outside.
I heard, Teresita.
Everything?
Yes.
Mama, as soon as Ethan comes back, I'm going to tell him that there is no Chuck. That there never was. that the only reason why I was feeling so hurt was not because I'd lost Chuck, but because I was so scared that I'd lost Ethan to Gwen.
Listen to me, Mija.
Mama, ever since I was a little girl, I have dreamed of marrying Ethan, and he has to know that. And when I met him, got to know him, my feelings, they only grew stronger. And I have to tell him that he's the only man I have ever loved or ever will.
You cannot tell him any of that. Teresa, if you do, he'll know you've deceived him. And that Gwen was right all along, that you've been manipulating the situation, and that you've been trying to steal him from her.
Oh, Mama, it doesn't matter. I mean, don't you see? Once Ethan realizes how deeply I love him, he'll understand everything, and he will return my love.
Don't do it, Teresita.
Mama, I have to. It's the only way. I can't lose Ethan.
Oh, Pilar, I didn't know you were here. Teresa, I'll talk to you later.
No, please don't go. Mama, would you mind?
Teresa.
Please. I have to do this.
Teresa, I'm sorry I ran out and took that phone call. It's just that I thought that I should speak to Gwen privately.
I understand.
I didn't know this.
Well, it doesn't matter.
But it does, Teresa. It matters very much. I mean, all those things she accused you of trying to steal me from her, Gwen finally realized that that was all in her head and that you would never do anything so underhanded. I told her you were one of the most open and honest people I have ever known. That's why I value our friendship. I mean, I have met so many deceitful people in my life. But I know you would never do anything behind my back. Never keep anything from me. Certainly nothing important.
Ethan, I am...
Teresa, I have to go. Will you be all right? I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, later.
I told you, Teresa. I said all this dishonesty would come back to harm you, and now it has. This is what happens when people keep secrets.
I lost Ethan. I lost him. Oh, Ethan.
I'm so sorry, Teresita. I warned you this would happen.
I've dreamed of being with him my whole life.
But that's all it could ever be, Teresita, a dream. Can't you see now that Ethan is going to marry Gwen?
No.
Yes. It is what both their families have wanted since they were children.
I know he loves me, Mama. I know he does.
Even if that were true, do you believe for a moment that Ivy would allow her son to marry the housekeeper's daughter?
If only Ethan wasn't a Crane. I know the pressure his family puts on him. How many responsibilities he has because he's a Crane, but if he was just somebody else, anybody else, will he be free to marry me? He wouldn't be promised to Gwen.
Teresa, it's not just for the Cranes. Ethan does love Gwen.
But he loves me more, Mama. I know he does. And our love comes from the heart. It's not based on business deals or a social position. It's real, true love. And there has to be something I can do to get Ethan to realize that.
What you have to do, Menina, is to let this go. Move on with your life. There are other boys out there, I promise you. You'll find the right one.
there was a way I could make Ethan not be a Crane, then he would marry me. If only there was a way.
Well, it took a lot of persuading, but I think I convinced Sam that Ethan is not his son.
You're sure?
I think, but look, just to be on the safe side, I wanted to make absolutely certain that you have hidden that attaché case containing proof that Ethan isn't a Crane, that he's Sam's son.
It's hidden in a safe place, Mrs. Crane.
If anyone found out what was inside that case, my life as well as Ethan's would be destroyed.
Trust me, no one will ever find it.